going worldwide. The people know the deal, Alex. Here's the deal. It's called austerity measures. What austerity measures equal, you lose your job. If you have one, you get paid less. You get your benefits cut. Oh, and by the way, we're going to raise your taxes. And you know why? Because the white shoe boys can't get a haircut. That's their language for taking losses on multi-billion-dollar bad bets that they've made. So the people are angry, and what happened in the UK with the increase in tuition going up, check it out, 200%? You think they're angry? And by the way, they also know that an education is a degree in worthlessness these days, because it doesn't mean you're going to get a job. So if people want to look at something really hot going on, stay with that story and stay with this. They took it out of the British news like that. It was wiped out of the news, of the off with their heads news, the day it happened. So this is something really to focus in on. Look how those brave bobbies beat up all those students. Did you see the one from the BBC where they grabbed this guy out of a wheelchair and dragged him across the pavement, and this disgusting interviewer on the BBC is saying to the guy, you got to see it. Well, they said that you were rolling at them, the police. And if you think the media in this country is servile, you got to look at theirs. It's just as bad. So what they're going to do is they're going to keep coming harder and harder down on the people to stop the revolution. So that's what we're up against. It's going to be a cyber war, and it's going to be the real war. It's going to be the government crackdowns and the people trying to rise up. It's no different than any other revolution. Only the blind, the inept, the ideologically driven, and little kids aren't going to know the deal. And the deal is this. Europe has collapsed. There is no EU. It's gone. They're not going to be able to bail out Portugal. They won't be able to bail out Spain. Ireland is toast. They're not going to be able to salvage Italy with its 120% of debt to GDP ratio. They won't salvage Greece. The Germans are going to go off on their own. There's going to be a global currency crisis. It's happening in front of us. Why do you think people, why can't they wake up and see why gold is trading at $1,400 an ounce?
Ladies and gentlemen, please remember you have to clear the soccer zone by 6 o'clock this evening, as of then it will be illegal to protest here without the permission of your government. Exactly! Exactly, that's the point! So get angry and stay here! Woo! The only way the government will listen to you is if you disobey the protest organizers and actually occupy the center of London. This is how mass protest happens. Do not go home at 5 p.m. to watch TV. You have to occupy the center of a city and bring the heartbeat of this financial district to a standstill. That's how you cause change. That's how you have civil disobedience. You don't wave your placards, obey the organizers, and go home at 5. You occupy, you take your country back. This message is brought to you by the Cuban Revolutionary Unit. Viva la revolución, es una lucha a la muerte contra el imperialismo americano y británico. Sí. The point is, guys, whether there's 52,000 of us or 5.2 million of us, they are not going to listen. We saw it with Iraq. Why would they listen? Because they know that the majority of you are going to drop your placards and go home and forget everything that you're standing for today. So don't do it. Stay here. Yeah! Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, this message is brought to you by the School of International Protest. What you will have to do is disobey the event organizers and actually occupy the centre of London for as long as possible. As long as you will... Ladies and gentlemen, if you all leave this place at 5 p.m. and go home to your cups of tea, the government will not think you're serious. The only way to bring about mass change and an actual embarrassment to the government is to actually occupy the city centre. Bring traffic to a standstill, bring the financial district to a standstill. There's not enough police in this city for all of you here today. You have to stick around like you mean it!
Knowledge is power! Do not surrender that power!
Okay, here we are outside Parliament. It seems like there's a good 10,000, 20,000 people. There's been megaphoning the police behind here, trying to explain to them that when change does come, they don't have anything to fear as long as they stand aside and don't try and uphold this corrupt and evil and murdering system. So I'm here with a couple of Toms, one Kish and a few other people. And so far everyone's waving their banners very politely. Everyone's getting ready to go home for tea time and to be ignored one more time by this corrupt, illegitimate, socialist, fascist, communist, capitalist, all the ists, religionist government.
Well, why are you protecting these people who killed a million people?
Write a letter to your MP.
Now, why are you protecting these people who killed a million people in Iraq?
Good call, man. Good call.
I don't want to commit a crime. I'm not here to commit a crime.
I'm not getting taken out.
Going that way, this way, mate. Which way are you going?
Ladies and gentlemen, he is protesting against the war. He is being peaceful. If you think the police should release him, say yeah! Yes, the people, come on, don't let the police arrest this man for doing nothing.
Non-violence.
Come on! He's done nothing! What are you doing? He's done nothing!
He's done nothing!
Cross the line, you know.
He hasn't crossed the line. You guys are assaulting him. Who here can say brutality? Police, this is what makes people angry. You could have just led him away peacefully, but no, you wrestle him to the ground like a head of cattle. Is this how you treat us? Is this how you all stand aside whilst your government, who pays your freedom? If they were in any way exaggerating the police state, you can see it in action right here. Ladies and gentlemen, you are seeing the state here. Please, ladies, come on. The state working in Paris here. This man give us a no clue.
Yeah,
Please be gentle on us. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to England, the land of the democracy and the free. You're trying to hide it from the camera, are you? Like it's already, we got everything, so he's twisting the arm around, this isn't right, and you guys know it isn't right.
Of course I'm upset! I just saw a human being get treated like an animal by you guys!
Your perception.
You're there to uphold the law and protect us!
Don't you think your perception of a crime is wrong?
Well, here we are inside the Conservative Party headquarters. As you can see, the people have fully taken over the building. I've heard reports from people who have been upstairs. There's flooding, there's fires. The roof has been occupied, and there's a small line of riot police and about 10,000 people outside. So it seems that numbers are on the side of the people today. Remember, police, this is nothing personal. It's not for you, it's for your bosses. Join us. We are people just like you. You don't have to uphold this criminal government any longer.
Policeman, are you doing this for a salary or because you believe in the government? Do you believe in the government? Do you? Say government building, i.e. it belongs to you.
Yeah, but then everyone agrees to it when you say two.
This is a message to the Metropolitan Police. How big a protest against your murderous bosses will you carry on obeying your orders? How long will you carry on wearing that uniform while your fellow brothers and sisters are treated like cattle? Side of the government or of the people? This is a message to the police. Put down your truncheons. We are the people. We are your bosses. Ladies and gentlemen of the police, don't worry. This is just what happens when the government fucks the people. The people, strangely enough, will fight back. We are human beings, and when we get treated like cattle, we will react like independent, sovereign human beings. This is nothing personal against you guys. You guys are just slaves in uniform. But you don't need to be upholding criminal, murderous bosses that you have. Anyway, your policing here has failed today. The building has been totally stormed. The building has been trashed, and the people have spoken by occupying and destroying one of the enemy headquarters. So there you go. What you see now, it seems to be the group that had actually stormed the building and occupied the roof. They are now surrounded by many police in the foyer.
Education isn't human